Good morning, friends. Welcome to another WordofGord OBEJournal 2025 number 2. Just a moment. Been feeling since interacting with the spirit of Dallas, renewed interest on Pinchot Meyer, who spoke to a year or so ago. I think I spoke to him. Came by and said hello a couple of times, and she's been hovering around doing it. And let me remind those of you who may be wondering, Pinchot Meyer was a socialist in the 1960s. Certainly close and intimate with JFK and some of his circle, and grew up in that atmosphere, that class, school, college, moved from those circles, married Courtney, and a child or two, became increasingly disenchanted with the direction in which Washington was headed, foreign policy and whatnot, but held great hopes for the idealism of JFK, with whom, as I say, she was intimate and a very good friend, more of a companion than a lover, I would say, and has been written about quite careful and in detailed fashion. She was gotten rid of by pretty much, well, not exactly the same crew, but interests close to the national security state operatives, because she was very vocal in her criticism of the investigation into cover, the Warren cover, and she was thought to be very dangerous, blabbing, and she was shot on the towpath by she was quite well known to be a jogger. She has long settled into the other world, and was very much the happy character when I spoke to her the last time. Here we are, April 1st, 2025. And she's nobody's fool, maybe proud. Yeah, it's really sweet and fun to have you around again. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, she says it's my pleasure. Needless to say, the agency in spirit, and there's a whole gang of them, of that generation, and some recent arrivals and quite the turmoil over the release of how many was it, 80,000 papers ordered by our president, our current president. They're all afraid for their reputations, for they do not know entirely what is on or in those papers. You would not be surprised, perhaps, further to hear that many people are still very concerned with their reputations and their families and their whole progeny going on for generations, thinking that they were exemplars of humanity, wonderful human beings, loyal to the state and honoring its principles and position in the world. Yes, we would obviously not be surprised to hear that, such is your experience in these matters. But I am here to just bring that up to date a little. You seem slightly less playful than the last time. Well, I wanted to show you what a happy little camper and bouncy little bunny I am. In spirit, I was not any kind of a tragedy queen. I'd long since gotten over that. They got rid of me way back in 64. That's more than a little myth to begin with. But when I found my feet, as it were, I continued my artistic activities, freed from budgets and expectations of others. And I got out of war, as I used to say. And so I might add, has Jared too, as you know from speaking to him. He holds no grudges. He accepts his position in the supposed hierarchy of leaders. Shall we say the company of deposed leaders. He rather chuckles about it all. And in those times when we were interested in psychedelic experience and the possibility of introducing others in her elites to its revelations and hopefully leading the world away from disaster to a humane paradise, something like the one here. I didn't know about the one here, and we strove to change things for the better. I can feel you asking about Timothy Leary. He is somewhat of a messenger and revelator in this shift, proposed shift. Well, I haven't seen him for quite a while. But I understand he has taken his interests beyond the planet to more cosmic playgrounds. Perhaps this current situation will bring him around again. But he certainly was the playful, grinning spirit of yore. He never lost that smile. Others in the clan. Well, my clan has expanded beyond my Washington socialite scenario. Many of us are here and taking our ease and pleasure in this paradise. Some are continuing in their faith, whether it be Protestants or Catholic or Jewish. Some feel that we can transcend that. I do. But criticizing others, pointless. It's not working at all. I've given up on that sort of thing. Those who have not, those who maintain their pride and resentments and parcel of accomplishments. Look what happened to an artist, as I told you before. Projecting artistic images, creative images, making them 3D and making them move. All with the power of my mind and my knowledge of art. Craft, the history thereof. So yes, we are not legion, as the anonymous folks say. Yes, we've been watching that. We're very interested, or some of us are very interested, in the current ups and downs of the nation and the ashes of empire, as some will say. I don't think it's ever going to be that bad. But there are those in Washington right now who would like to trash some of our democratic principles and freedoms under the guise of efficiency. We are a mixture of idealism and, what shall I say, deception. That's not that different from Washington all along. JFK had engaged in some deception in order to accomplish his rather more secret goals, which he thought would be great for the nation and the world. I think his remaining speeches can reveal his goals, his vision. And your little talk with Alan Dennis certainly revealed something of his vision. But we learn to put up with each other's precious pastimes. I don't care if people like my art or not. I move in a world of artists and have indulged myself in the history of the image, and right back to the Renaissance and before. The spirit you think of as Michelangelo has been and is still creating here, although his personality is somewhat expanded. That's just as an example. Many other famous artists are here, famous to you, and some who are not so famous, but have shucked their anonymity and their poverty and become fully creative playmates, as I would like to think of us. So just to repeat, there are many national security operatives, former national security operatives, are nervous that the secrets of their tarnished reputations will be revealed in these papers, or more of their secrets. We try to pretend that we don't care, We hold their noses in the air and chatter amongst themselves. They play golf. They play chess. They have cocktail parties. They dress well. They live in astral versions of American cities, towns, villages, and landscapes. They move around. They have reconsidered their goals and ambitions on earth and tried to slot them into an expanded understanding of the universe. Some of them are merely happy to be in the paradise, the rewards of their strivings. Others are interested in the governance or the potential governance of this spirit realm. They search and inquire to find out who and where that is. And much to their chagrin, did I say chagrin? Gordon what's right there. Much to their chagrin, they can't seem to find it. Such is the, what shall I say, invisible planning council of this enterprise here in paradise. I can't find it either. I can find wise souls who can philosophize and calm your insecurities if you have any. And believe me, people that have a dependence on control systems do get nervous here because they can't seem to find it. They think that it should always be around. Hierarchies of authority should be still functional. And they cannot seem to find them. Some of them make up their own hierarchies of authority that are disabused of the notion by the many who will not obey. It's all rather funny for me, as you can see. My sense of the absurd and marvelous continues to grow. Am I planning another life? No, not yet. I'm much too happy here. And seek to renew all the affiliations, both familial and social, and personal, if you like, that I have on earth, because many of my companions on earth are here. And we live as we love. Interpersonal relationships, intimate relationships, are a treasure. Jealousy and control seem to be at a minimum, although some do try to insist on it. I just shrugged it off. I'm no longer interested in being a socialite, a member of some class, some privileged class. I'm happy to be a creative artist in the expanded terms that are available here. Creating with one's mind and coming to understand how much of what is in this world is a creation of minds beyond my own. Much more secure, much more mature, and how shall I say, secretive than my own. If there is a hierarchy of spiritual influence here, it is verging on invisible. Everything seems very self-correcting. Those who have selfishness and secretiveness, still wishing to hide their motives, find that that is really possible. One can read others' minds as well. People can read minds. And those who are beset with, how shall I say, soured ambition, blunted egos, will often relegate themselves to the lower realms. The basic principles of purgatory are still in practice. People live rather anxious, sometimes paranoid lives. They do not trust because they never trusted themselves. But, we go down there to the little ghettos of the spirit and try to help out. It's all quite marvelous, the complexity of life. It must be quite marvelous. And the radiance, the inner radiance of everything. You have heard of such things. You perhaps know of such things. But let me remind those who are listening. It is amazing. Everything is lit from the inside. Landscapes, people, architecture, rivers, trees, little blades of grass. We have a marvelous society and culture. Blends of cultures are there, just as modern America is a blend of cultures. There are those who cleave to their little, societies and religious groups, those who feel that they are special. But there are many who move around and accept all that they see and encounter. And like myself, have a playful attitude to all interactions. So, I'm not sure I have that much more to say other than thank you for being available. And be aware that there are those who are very happy here and fulfilled and all the rest of it. And there are those who are still rather anxious about what might be revealed and probably will be revealed. And I'm sure there's some people wondering if the founding fathers are around. Well, many of them are, although you can't recognize them. They have modern appearances. They have moved on. But let me tell you, they're very interested in the preservation of the Republic and renovating its place in the planet. I have met them, but in order to prove who they are, because everyone's after them, to get their signatures or their blessings or whatever. You have to resort to old images. They will show you the old images that are familiar to those students of history. And then you think, oh yes, it really is Jefferson. It really is so-and-so. As you can imagine, I'm interested in women artists that were not as famous as they should have been in their day. Lots of them are here and practicing various artistic disciplines. All is available here, all knowledge, all understanding, and lots of personalities. Some who have transcended the narrow confines of their old personality, but can put it on like a suit of clothes if it makes you happy. You see it? I can do that. I can do 5 minutes of the Washington Socialite if you like, but I'll take it off rather quickly. I like to be many people because we all have past lives. And I won't go into mine, but I've checked some of them out. And I've been all sorts throughout time and space. I've done some video images portraying that, moving video images that might look like animation to you, and I wish I could show them to you. Maybe you'll come by sometime when you're sleeping and watch. Yes, Mary, I know the artistic activities in spirit are, oh, wonderful, transcendent, marvelous. I know about that. I've tried to write about it. In your memoir, yes, maybe? Yes. And you and others are a living part of my memoir. And I thank you for lending yourself to this little project. May you go on in joy and peace and giddy celebration. Thank you, Mary. I'll talk to you again someday. Say hi to everyone for me. Oh, I will. Bye-bye.